So occasionally a candidate will present with a question about whether they should use a functional resume or a chronological resume. Here's the difference. A chronological resume is the traditional form that most of us are familiar with, in which your jobs will appear in reverse chronological order. The most current job first, and then you just go backwards as far as you want into your history. A functional resume looks very different. It contains a front section that talks about all of the accomplishments and skills, regardless of where you did those, and bunches those together into categories of accomplishments, knowledge, and skills. And then at the very end, there will be a brief recitation of where you worked and what the time periods were and what the titles were. So what's the reason to use one versus another? The chronological resume is best for most people who have sort of a traditional background where they've been in their jobs 2 to 5 years or longer, and they've had a logical progression from one to another. Even if they've changed functions, you can easily scan that resume and see the development of that person. A functional resume tends to be helpful when someone has either a radical career shift that's going to be difficult for someone to understand, or perhaps they've had for some reason to be out of the workforce for a period of time. For example, a mother or someone who has had to do some family caregiving for a long period of time. This even works for people who've been incarcerated. Someone who's had to step away from the workforce for a period of time, or has something in their background that would be difficult or perhaps even trigger a bias on the part of the person who's reading the resume. That functional organization can help the reader understand and grasp the things that the job seeker most wants to be understood as someone is looking at that resume.